Next day here, and we're gonna go pack some orders. We got the big red truck here. Dad is here. He's working on some stuff in the house. I'll show you guys that. When we bought this house, it was redone partially. Now, all of the, I don't know if we actually talked about all this, but all of the plumbing, electrical, and the roof, the HVAC system was all done, so it's all 5 years old. The structure itself was not done. Like, when I say structure, I'm talking they did like, some of the stuff was damaged. They fixed all the damage that was on the house. They fixed a lot of the roof, but the actual like middle part of the house is still 90 years old or 100 years old or something like that. So it's definitely uneven. There's some, it's just a little bit here and there. And our front door has a gap in it about like this much. The thing is, you really can't, Dad's been doing this a long time, and to fix it's an old door, and we don't want to get rid of the door because it matches the house. I know that sounds weird, but putting a new door on an old house, even if it is old looking, still wouldn't match that well is what I'm saying. So what we're doing is we no longer get the mail through the slot, so he's gonna go ahead and make it like a brass plate up. That mail hole is so big, all the cold air in the summertime is just gonna go straight out of that thing. So we wanna get that fixed and then get some more stuff around the door itself to fix them. So, we're just trying to keep in the cold air is what I'm saying. Because again, old house, the middle is old. So back in the day, I don't know how well they insulated, but I guarantee it wasn't like they insulate nowadays. Oh, maybe it was. Who really knows, actually? The house is super sound and it holds good like temperature inside of it, but we need to go ahead and make sure that no air is escaping or coming in, especially when it gets hot out here, because she's about ready to get super, super hot out here. Also with this building, all doors seal pretty good in here except this one. As you can tell, there's a fairly large gap right there. Probably just need some more weather stripping or something there. We'll get Dad to take a look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually take some of his packages to the post office. He's been killing it on the old e-boo. He does have his own store and everything. Him and my mom sell on there. Z-Shore Sales are their name. So if you want to go ahead and look them up. So our sales today, the two big pulleys sold for $100 plus shipping. They're all in 171 bucks on those. The big mag light, 17-inch mag light sold for I think 20 bucks plus shipping there. And then a little snap-on guy sold for $25 plus shipping. Let's go ahead and pack them up. All packed up. I know there's only 3 items, but hey, 3's better than 2. Today's gonna be a big listing day. I gotta get the rest of the golf clubs done. But other than that, we are pretty much out of eBay inventory. Tomorrow's gonna be a big sourcing day, which is Friday. Hope there'll be some yard sales. Then also we'll go to some Goodwills. And then the next day will be Saturday. But if you look, most of this stuff is empty. I'll try to get this PS4 up and running today with my little TV that I bought. I got one PS4 game. So I'll be at, oh, it's PS3. Are you a PS3 or are you a PS4? I actually have no idea. We'll see about that. This is actually worth some decent amount of money if I can figure out how it works. I saw one the other day. We were up at the North Myrtle Beach wholesale thing. They were selling this for like 400 bucks. I picked it up for like $1 or something. So we'll try to get that stuff tested and everything. I don't know if you guys care, but let's go check the traps to see if we got any more bees. No more bees, but they definitely been working all night long with eating one of these things. And I don't know which one that's coming from. It's got to be coming from right there. So we're going to have to get him to stop doing that. I was actually thinking about going to Tractor Supply today to see if they have other bee like bait or something. Maybe I can talk Kayla into going with me. And then maybe we can talk her into buying one of them little trailers behind the Cub. Because today we're also doing is cleaning up a little bit in the front there. When they built this place, they kind of just threw a lot of stuff like underneath the front deck and everything, and just some old concrete. They have these big concrete, I don't even know what they are. We'll show you guys, and I don't want to wheelbarrow them way back there. I know that sounds lazy, but gotta save the back. You know what I'm saying? So if I can put them in a little trailer and go back there and dump them right in the dumpster, that's the way to go. So we'll go in there and see if we can talk Kayla into going up to Tractor Supply with me. Bee bait, and then also if we could get a trailer. We were up there yesterday. They're not cheap. There's one at Hobo Freight for like 150 bucks, but it's much smaller than the rest of them. And then it says that the Cub Cadet that we bought can, I think, tow like 700 or 1,000 pounds. I know that sounds crazy. I don't know why you would put that much weight on that little guy. We won't be doing nothing that much. I don't think it was 1,000. That seems like a lot. I don't know what it can tow, but we'll see exactly. We'll get the biggest trailer we can get for it. I thought Harbor Freight had like a really small trailer that we could build. They don't have that. So we might as well just go buy one. I've been looking at one for yard sales, Facebook Marketplace. I haven't really seen them. They're probably in demand right now because everybody's doing what I'm doing. It's like springtime. You're trying to get this done before the heat comes in so you don't have to do it dead of summer. And so they're just not out there right now. Supply and demand, you know what I'm saying? Also, I did go to the gym today, day 3 of waking up at 6:30 going to the gym. I didn't want to go, honestly. Like, there was no motivation to go, and this is not going to do anything with motivation. And actually, life doesn't have... If you work on motivation, you probably get nothing done, to be quite honest with you. Because as I get older, I don't know about y'all, my motivation is shot. I would just love to sit in bed and watch TV, turn on some YouTubes and watch it all day long. It's more discipline. It's more just discipline. And my main thing, I don't know about y'all, I love to eat. It's not like I eat all day long because I'm busy and I might grab a snack here and there. I eat my lunch. But other than that, I don't really eat during the day. But when the bell hits 8 p.m. and I shut her down for the evening, it's on my cow with like a grazing thing on. I just love to eat. I'm like, hey, what in the house can I devour for the next hour and a half? And that's what happens. That's where the discipline has to come in for me, is eating at night is crazy. I don't know why I do it. I have no idea. I don't know if it's like I don't know, but I have to break that habit because it's super not healthy. And so I'm trying to get just more healthy and stop eating so much at nighttime. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and ship these orders out and go in there and see if we can talk Kayla into buying a little trailer. All right, I got her into Tractor Supply. So now the hard part is to getting her to actually get a wagon. But we are here to get some stuff. And she said, can I get some flowers? I was like, absolutely. Hey, see what I'm doing? That's a good looking planter, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's 25% off.
Really? Wow.
Which doesn't mean that you need to buy it just because it's on sale.
But you feel like you need it, so you need to get it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It doesn't really go with the other flowers though.
No? We got roses that are red, and we got pink roses. This is more tropical. Yeah. What do we do then? Well, they're kind of like hanging plants. That looks really nice for Easter, doesn't it?
Yeah, those are definitely Easter plants.
Definitely Easter plants. So they got these carts over here.
You in this cart.
Super nice. Look, there's 3 of them right here. These are dump ones with the pedal. This one's a little small though. I feel like this one's small. The Cub Cadet, it would match. It's been out here for a while. 250 bucks. How heavy is it? She's light. She's lightweight. Then you got this one that's a little bit bigger. I'm liking this one. It's got... That one's 3 hundos. That seems expensive. That's not happening, I'll tell you that. 250 isn't terrible. How much were these over here, the big metal ones? These are much bigger metal ones, heavier. 350. Ah, man. You could fit a lot in there though. This one is...
Yeah, that would be ideal for what?
You think that's gonna be the Strat? It's $100 more. The ones at Hobo Freight are much smaller. This is a, look, it's a dump cart, hauls, all terrain, single piece body. I don't know what that means. Satisfaction guaranteed. I'll be very satisfied. 17. This is double the size of the one at Harbor Freight.
I did pretty good with the wheelbarrow yesterday.
But we got all that concrete to move today and the other stuff, and we got the mulch, and we got everything else. How about this little one over here? I mean, I feel like if you buy one, you got to go big. It's working. I think we got her on the ropes. All right, this one right here is 7 cubic feet smaller for $230. Just a little cart, little baby cart. I think that'll work. Also, we did get the kit to maintenance the Cub Cadet. They say 5 hours. You got to change everything on this thing, the oil and everything, and the other stuff we'll just go ahead and keep for when I maintenance it in the after the season, or when I get up to on the hour or so, because we're going to use it a lot. So we'll go ahead and grab that and a cart. Look how excited you are. Got going on.
So changed my mind.
Yeah.
I am just going to plant another knockout rose.
Another knockout rose.
Instead of putting something in a pot. They do so well in the front yard and they look so nice. So I'm just going to put back what was there. This is a different color, but I think it'll look nice.
All right, so the reason why we're doing this is one was dead.
Yeah.
We didn't show that yesterday, that we had one dead rose bush in the front. So we'll go ahead and get that. And this and the little, say what?
I'm gonna put these back.
And we'll put those back. Haha, it worked. I got my cart. Got the smaller cart, but I'm just grateful that we got one. I think this will work absolutely fine. We did have an eBay sale as we were coming home, a left-handed driver sold for 30 bucks, and immediately then they said that they want to cancel it. So we're gonna go ahead and relist for free, approve and relist for free for the cancellation. No big deal. It's always sad when that happens, but that's just part of the game. Sometimes it does happen. Actually, behind us is the print shop. It's called, I think, like Laura's Print Shop. It's right down the street from our house. This is where we drop most of our packages off, unless we have a huge orders from Whatnot. Then we go to the post office and drop them off there at the back door. And we're actually getting a VBS sign. If you didn't know what VBS stands for, because I didn't, is Vacation Bible School. Pretty sure that's it. And Kayla designed her own banner for it. So we're gonna pick up, we're actually gonna have a 3-foot by 8-foot banner made, and then we're gonna go put it at the church probably. I don't know how fast they can do a turnaround, but I think it was cheap. Like, they print pretty good stuff for like not that much money. So we'll go ahead, get that done, and then wait till it gets printed. We'll go put it up at the church. And then today, we still have to list some stuff on eBay, but we're trying to get all this stuff around the house completely done before it starts getting brutally hot outside. I don't mind the heat, but we're gonna be working outside anyway when it comes to, like, you know, storage units and stuff. So you don't wanna have to do a storage unit, then immediately do a whole bunch of yard work. So we're trying to get all this stuff figured out, you know, cleaned up around the house, stuff that we wanna get done, because come like June, July, and August, she gonna get warm out here. We're used to a nice, cool ocean breeze, and it's still hot. Where we are now, it's going to be like no breeze and hot. So get this stuff done. Super happy about my cart, more than you probably think. Can't wait to go hook her up. Also, we do have to change the oil today in the Cub, and because they said after 5 hours, if you don't do it, it's for manufacturing. It's a break-in for the engine. So I want to go ahead and get that done and maintenance that correctly, and then go from there. The other stuff, I'll just get a little bin to put in, and we'll do it at the end of the season. Back from Tractor Supply. We're not gonna do the cart right now. Super excited, but we gotta get some eBay stuff up and running. But first, before we did that, check it out. We have to feed the squirrels, because he's so good that he does not come up here and eat the bird food. We have to treat him right, you know what I'm saying? Then after we get some stuff done, we have a little bit more Whatnot stuff to get done about some giveaways for this Saturday show. It's gonna be an epic show. And then we're gonna go ahead and start doing stuff around the property. But first, you gotta get some work done. That corn looks delicious. That corn. Everybody was saying that we got to get rid of these stumps because they definitely have termites. Okay. And the thing is that people were saying that we did have a termite, obviously, inspection prior to buying this, this whole property. No termites in here, and it does not have a termite plan with it. People were saying that we talked to, the termites wouldn't mess with this one because it's so old. Something about old wood. I don't know. Tell me down below. Is that a true thing or not? But there is a termite plan on the blue house. It has termite things around it and everything like that, and we keep up with that year round. We also had that at our other house. Super important too, because termites, man, you could just not see them. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like something like this, where they can make their little tunnels under there. You don't really see them until it's too late, and they can just, it is a lot of money when it comes to termite damage. I'll tell you that. Like I said, I worked with my dad a whole bunch in construction, and the termite damage stuff, it keeps people employed, if you know what I'm saying, because it is expensive. This right here, I have to get more organized. This goes to the Cub Cadet, and I can't be leaving this stuff around because I'll be looking for it. So I might have to get like a little bin in here. It says Cub Cadet, and that's where all the stuff goes. So what we're going to do is go ahead, like I said, go up here, list. I need to list about 10 items, and then go from there. So I talked Kayla into the trailer. The next thing is going to be the tractor. That one's going to be a harder sell. So I got all of the golf clubs that were up underneath this thing in here for the, up on deck eBay stuff is done. Willow's here hanging out with me. She already went outside, but Kayla left, and she's like, where's my mom at? So all this stuff is completely done here. We still have to open that up and sell the UAW poster that's in there. But I was like, hey, I got all this PS4 stuff in here. See if it works. So far, I got this much going on. Call of Duty World War II, I'm guessing. Never really used any of this. This, I think, is worth about $100, which is pretty nice. It looks like everything's working. Sometimes it takes a while. You have to like update it and some other stuff. And just, there's a lot going on with these things. That's why I hate testing them out. So it's probably going to take me the next 20 minutes to figure out if this thing works. Then I have like all this stuff in here. My main thing is just to see if this works today. If this works today, we'll get it listed. And this is a little TV that I got the other day. It's not gonna always be here. What I'll probably do is move it in this room right here. There is an outlet right there. We'll use that little three-way thing that we got, or the other surge protector. Put it there, put the little thing here. This will be my little testing area. Like I said, you need a little testing area if you're selling this type of stuff, because not having one just takes super long to set everything up and test everything. So efficiency is key when it is like listing online. I'll tell you what, it took me so far, I think 30 minutes to figure this out. Way too many buttons and cords and everything like that, but I finally got this to work. This is absolutely insane to look at. I don't know if anybody's ever looked at one of these before. It's like a big screen TV up to your face, and it actually moves with your head. Pretty neat. They are expensive. This one it does work. I finally got it to work and everything. It does have a little bit of this coming off, but I still think we'll be able to maybe just get $100 for that, $100 for that, and then we do have some extra pieces down there. So that ain't too shabby. Still not one of my favorite things to do is test these out, but it's got to get done because I bought it for $30 though. That's a steal of a deal. So I've listed everything I wanted to list today. Got all the PS4 things up on eBay. The console, the controller, the VR thing, and everything else is pretty much good to go. These are mostly empty. We only got some boots over there that I can't really list because we already have some of these listed. I can do multi-quantity. I think I actually did a multi-quantity there. And then these boots up here are the same as those. But I am officially out of inventory when it comes to eBay. Hopefully we find some stuff tomorrow out thrifting, and then also Saturday so I can get some more eBay stuff. If we're just running through a whole bunch of inventory, whatnot. I mean, we sell about 100 or so items, you know, a week on there. That is a lot. So you got to have an inventory going. You know, one thing about this reselling business is finding the inventory to sell. I know that sounds crazy to say because it's so, you know, but that's the hard part, right? The hard part is finding it. You find good stuff. The selling, it's easy because the item sells itself. So work does not stop because we still got the trailer out there. We're going to go ahead, unload this trailer, hook it up to the Cub, and start cleaning that little area around there, put the concrete in the dumpster. So done all the official work, and I got to go ahead and change the oil in the Cub. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. We're going to plant Kayla's knockout rose that we got today also, and then get the old trailer out and clean up the stuff around the one side. It's a beautiful day outside. It's only like 70 some degrees, which is super nice because I think in the next week or so it's supposed to get up in the 80s, and then after that it just becomes super hot. So we're gonna go ahead and get this done. I've never done this before. I'm guessing it can't be that difficult or different from a car, so I'll probably just watch a YouTube video, see how that goes. And they said you do this on the Cub Cadet in case there's any metal shavings, you know, in the whatever due to the factory. I'm gonna have to get it on level ground because it's actually sitting a little bit sideways, and then we'll go from there. Oil is changed. Terrible design, but very easy to do. Also with the bait up there, because now we've caught 3 bees with the one with the bait and 0 without the bait. Dad's out here, like, you know, getting stuff and doing stuff here with the piece of wood, and there's sawdust. I'm thinking about chopping off a little piece of this and just throwing this in there and see if this will attract them. It does say, obviously, if there's one in there, it attracts more bees in there. So I'm thinking, if we didn't know what I'm talking about, is the bee trap up there. So I'm thinking is I might just cut off a little piece of that or something, go shove it in the other one and see if that attracts the bees. We do looking on Amazon for some bee repellent. A lot of people say, I mean, it wouldn't be repellent, it would be appellant. I don't think that's a word, but they're saying that it's not that good. So I might just try this, see if it lures some more bees in there because they're doing some work there. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on, go hook up the trailer, and get Kayla down here to plant her new knockout rose. Boy, you can't tell me nothing right now with that type of rig. I'm gonna go ahead, what we need a post hole digger or just a shovel? Just a shovel?
Probably I don't know.
We'll get a shovel and a post hole digger, but I'll bring this around. I open the gate up, I'm gonna put it right in there. It's gonna be amazing. And then where is the rose at? Is that oh, there it is. Sadly, over there. Delivery right here for her rose bush. Did you ask for a shovel? I got one. I know. Special delivery too, just for you. My pocket's hanging out. Just make sure there ain't no wire. I dig around a little bit just to see if there was any type of...
It was already planted here.
It was already planted here, that's true. So, you think it's going to grow up to look like this thing?
Yeah.
Because that's a massive rose bush. They're like the same thing. Poor little guy. You're doing such a wonderful job. Riveting entertainment here. Digging a hole. That's a good looking rose bush. So this is what I was talking about earlier with the concrete stuff. There's like a pile here, and there's a little piece back there, a little piece back there, and then 2 big pieces behind the house. Just move that out into the dumpster just so it looks a little bit cleaner up in here. And then I don't know what we're gonna do with that thing. And I'm not 100% sure what goes in there. Dad and I are gonna work on that probably a different day because we don't know if that actually drains stuff goes in there. So we just put a load in this thing with a couple of those, and this thing already has a flat tire. So I'm gonna go use the air compressor that we got out of the last storage unit and see if that thing works. Fire it up, put some air in this tire, see what happens. So what we're doing now is like this area right here looked just really, really bad. It just had like a lot of cinder blocks and stuff sitting here. And we're gonna go ahead and clean all that stuff up. That's just a whole bunch of mortar that was left there, cement from back in the day. I'm cleaning this up, so it could be like a little patio or something maybe. That I definitely need a better hammer or chisel. I don't have one, and I just have a little sledge, and it's just not working out the way I thought. So that might have to just be a little hump there until I actually get her done. But this thing right here, already worth the money that we paid for it for sure. Back and forth to the dumpster. This thing is pretty sweet. I knew I could talk her into it. I just knew it. Again, like I said, the next thing, write in the comments, buy a tractor, because she reads all the comments too. Buy a tractor. That's gonna have to be good for now. It was a lot worse earlier. This was all, it had cinder blocks and stuff on it. This right here, I think it's an old spigot maybe. So Dad and I are just gonna snip that thing off of there and plug it down below so it's not sticking up. And that, I have no idea what that thing is. Probably an old something or other that was there. We'll go ahead and get that out of there. And when I get the proper, I'll be looking for one at a yard sale. I know exactly which one I'm looking for, or even some sort of chisel, because that ain't coming up right now, just hitting it. So I'll go ahead and just get a little chisel. Then I can break that up. Another thing that we tested out today is going to be the air compressor that we got out of the storage unit to work around the house. The old Central Pneumatic, 550 PSI, 1.5 horsepower, 26 gallon. It actually works perfectly fine, but this is all messed up here. The thing here is broken, so that's not a big deal. I'll go ahead and just buy this piece, probably 10 bucks or 20 bucks. And this thing will be in working order. I do have a smaller one here that, you know, we can use for smaller things, but this one will probably stay in here, which will help us do the roof when we do the roof. And then also if I want to move the air tools when I do like car stuff, you know what I'm saying, which would be pretty good. But I got the Cub all loaded down. Go ahead and take this stuff in the back, throw this away, put the sawhorses away. A rough day. I've been tired, super tired. I actually do get tired. People don't think I do, but I do. I just tell myself that I'm not tired. So go ahead, get this. We've sold, I think, 1 or 2 more items on eBay that I'll go ahead and show you. All right, as you can tell, there are definitely multiple bees in there. I think there's 4 of them in there, and that's the one that has the bait, and this one over here has 0. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this down and put some wood chips in it just to see if it works. I got some wood chips in there, freshly shaven. So the only sale of the day so far is a Ping G2, and it was sold for $31. It needs a grip. This is usually probably a $40, $50 club, but that's all we got today. Back in the house, and like I said, Dad's gone, but he fixed a whole bunch of stuff. These are just small things that was wrong, and like just kind of annoying things. Like this thing was hitting up there, and now check it out. It doesn't hit. That's amazing. Also, the front door was a big issue in this house, allowing air to come in and out. Obviously, the mail slot was a big deal. And then around the door itself, you could see light and just so much air coming out. Check it out now. You can't see no light around that door. That thing is perfect. That means no cold air will get out, no hot air coming in. Super important coming up for the next, couple of months when it's hot. And I think that was, what did you do today? This is what Willow did again today. Actually, she went out twice, then she comes back in and takes a little nap. Oh, and in this house, there is a whole bunch of these old doorknobs, and they were all loose, and Dad went around and actually did every single one of these, so now they are good to go. We just got a package in the mail, and check it out. We were out of merch for a while when it came to our magnets and our keychains, and you guys bought them up, like hundreds of them, on Whatnot. So guess what? We just got some more magnets and keychains in. Check it out. And also we get them from my brother, whose company is FoldyFab on Facebook. And these are the magnets that we got. Very nice looking. And they got the little magnet in the back. And then the new keychains. And this one's a little bit smaller, so it's more like a keychain. That one had more like lynx that was pretty long, but that ain't too shabby. My hands are dirty. Been working in the yard, but we're gonna go ahead. We got 120 of these, and I think 120 of these, and they will be available on our next Whatnot show. So we're over here working in the eBay barn. Kayla's going through this very large box that we got out of the one. Was this the one with all the purses?
Mm-hmm. And the sunglasses.
And the sunglasses, yep. And see, we keep a lot that you don't see off camera. Then we come back and start going through it better. And inside of this, look, what did you find?
I found a 14 karat gold ring.
And that thing is... Do you have a... I don't think we have a scale over here, do we? A small scale? But that weighs a good bit, and we just did the scratch test on it. Obviously, make sure it's not magnetized. That's not magnetized. And the top one here is 14 karat. The bottom one is going to be 18. So you can see the 18 is gone. The 14 is still there. So that ain't too shabby because you don't need a lot of gold to get some decent money. That ring's probably worth, what, $200 to $300 being 14 karat. We've been keeping all of our gold now. We do not sell it. We used to sell it on eBay, but we have been keeping it all now at a safety deposit box in the bank. Rainy day fund. You know what I'm saying? If we do this for 10 years and just stack our little gold rings that we find in there, that rainy day fund might be pretty big in 10 to 15 years. I'm going to go ahead and we get this question asked a lot. And I know I always go over this, but we always get the same question over and over. This is a 4x4x48 box from Uline, and I just cut it down to size, and then I ship it UPS. If you ship it USPS, you're definitely going to get charged more because of the surplus charge for how long it is. UPS doesn't do that until I think over 49 inches or 48 inches. So that ain't too shabby on the gold ring. I'm telling you, when we go through these storage units, it looks like we go through them a lot faster than we do. We take a lot of that stuff home, go through it piece by piece by piece. So that is not the first time that's happened when we bring back thinking that it's just costume jewelry and end up a lot of it being gold. Not a lot, but some of it being gold. Even that one ring, whatever it said on the bottom of the screen on that, our guess, it just goes up. That's why a lot of times the total is kind of like a guess when it comes to the Bearded Thrift Machine, because you really never know what things are worth until you sit down, you research them, you look at them, and then actually sell them. So that ain't too bad. Finding that gold ring.